Hello students, today we are going to see the ninth chapter. We are going to study the ninth chapter, that is the tourism, transport and communication. Tourism, transport and communication all are interconnected with each other. In this chapter we are going to study how tourism, transport and communication play a very important role in the development of the country. We are going to see how they are interconnected with each other and how they are like important for the development of both the countries of India and Brazil. So let's see. First I will tell you all about tourism. As you all know, tourism has developed in most of the countries the few decades back, you can see. And tourism in Brazil, if you see, is one of the important occupations. Ecotourism has developed a lot over there, and the tourists are attracted towards the sea beaches. The beaches in Brazil are very clean, so the major attraction is that. Then there are beautiful islands, then there are dense forest. As you all know, Amazon is located there, so dense forest. Then variety of species of birds, animals, gardens, parks, national parks. These are the major attractions. Okay, and apart from that, you can see there are famous cities also, like Brasilia, Rio de Janeiro, and all these places. But at the same time, you can see the number of tourists visiting Brazil, if you compare with India, is less. India and Brazil, if you compare, Brazil has less tourist attraction. If you compare, then you can see the people engaged in tourism is also less in Brazil if you compare with India. And even the GDP of tourism, if you compare with India, the GDP is high. Okay, so let's see. Next we will see about India also. As you all know, India is also a major attraction of tourism in the world, because we are a diverse country. We have very rich cultural heritage. We have beautiful monuments, beaches, temples, churches, so many attractions in India. Okay, moreover, you all know, from ancient time India is very famous for its historical heritage. So lot of people visit India throughout the year. It is a very, like, you can see, a large tourist attraction, India. Okay, then you can see many people visit India for tourism, for studies, for business. Okay, some people visit for medical services. You all know India is very famous for Ayurvedic medicines, so many people come for that also. So a lot of people are attracted towards India. So if you compare India's tourist attraction with Brazil, you can see India's tourist attraction is more compared to Brazil. Lot of people are attracted towards India. That is, we can see from the ancient times only. Many people are attracted towards India because of its cultural heritage. Okay, the spices, the medicines, the rich culture. Okay, these are the things which are attracting the tourist. Okay, so you can see India has a very good tourist attraction. Let's study about the transportation in Brazil. First we will see the waterways. You can see the waterways in Brazil has developed a lot on commercial basis also. You can see the river, you can see river Amazon. Okay, from there the transportation starts to the Iquitos in Peru. Then river Parana is also very famous for transportation, water transportation. Coastal shipping is carried out on a large scale, because you know Brazil is surrounded by North Atlantic Ocean and South Atlantic Ocean. So coastal shipping is also carried out on a large scale. Then apart from waterways, you can see roadways have developed. Okay, but you can see half of the transportation is carried by the roadways. Okay, then roadways in the eastern, high density of roadways you can see in the eastern part, because I told you all in the earlier chapters also, the eastern part is much developed. Okay, so then the west. Okay, east is much developed than the west, because in the west side you can see Amazon, dense forest and all are there. So this side is developed more, eastern side is developed more. So here you can see lot of dense roadways are there. Then there are very few roadways in the Amazon basin and the swampy areas. Swampy areas means the marshy areas. Then again you can see railways. Railways are in a limited, you can see they are very limited railways, not like India. Very limited railways, and that railways are cheaper in rate, and they are restricted to the tourist places. Okay, only for the tourist places, mostly for the tourist places they have kept the railways. Then you can see airways. Contribution of airway is also less in Brazil. Okay, contribution of airways is less in Brazil. So these are the you can see transportation of Brazil. Along with Brazil, let's see the transportation of India. First, let's start with the waterways. As you all know, what rivers, canals, backwaters, creeks are developed for the internal transport. Apart from that, we have you can say the sea is also used for transportation. But in India, you can see only 1% water transportation is there. Only one waterways contribution is only 1%, because you know most of the time people are traveling from the roadways or railways or airways. So water transport is there in India for carrying passengers and the goods, but it is only 1%. Okay, then you can see nearly 95% of the you can say India's foreign transport or the trading and all are done through the ocean routes. Okay, that means ocean routes, from ocean waterways are used for transportation of goods to the other country. Okay, then you can see roadways. Roadways, I don't need to tell you all know the condition of roadways in India. Vast network of roadways you can see. Each and every place, each and every city, each and every district, okay, the states are connected with the help of roadways. Okay, we have national highways, we have other small roads, we have all sort of roads to connect the places. Okay, so roadways are very nicely developed in India, connecting all the places. Okay, then apart from roadways, you all know we have railways. You can say railways are very strong in India. That means strong in India means the economy, okay, of India you can see is very strong because of the railway. Okay, India is also one of the largest has one of the largest network of railways in the world. Okay, so you can see the transportation through railways has developed very nicely. Each and every state is connected to one another with the help of the railway. Passengers and goods are carried in the trains. Okay, so a very good use of train, and all the places, all the states are connected with the help of railway. So a very good railway network we have in our country. Apart from that, you can see the mountainous area. Okay, mountainous area, especially you can see northeast, and then you can see Rajasthan where there is desert and all. These kind of places have less railway. Okay, because of the you can see the climatic condition, because Rajasthan has a lot of sandy area, so it's difficult for the railways. Okay, then you can see northeast areas have a lot of mountains, so again you can see the railway cannot be set up over there. So you can see such places the railway networks are less. Otherwise all over India the railway network is very good. Then you can see even North Indian plains have very good train the railway rail transports. Okay, railways. Then you can see most of the places in India are connected with the help of railways. We also go to our native places with the help of trains. And airways are very nicely developed in India. The international airports are very nicely developed inside India. Inside internal airports are also like that, means the domestic airports are also developed, because nowadays that is also increasing. People are traveling inside the country also with the help of domestic airports. So international and domestic, both the airports have developed, airways have developed. So you all can see how transport is very very important. See students, you can connect transport and tourism. Okay, people will only come in our country if the transport is very good. Earlier I told you there is connection between transport and tourism. Okay, people will come in our country only if the transport is very good. Suppose foreigners are coming to India to visit places and the roads are not good, the train traveling is not available, the airways are not proper, then will they come to our country? No. So only they will come when the transportation facilities are good. Okay, so transport plays a very important role in tourism. Okay, so this is also a very important aspect of tourism. Students, next is Brazilian time, official Brazilian time, that is BRT. As we have Indian Standard Time, IST, same way they have official Brazilian time. So before starting with the time, I want to tell you all about Greenwich Meridian Time or Greenwich Mean Time. You can see the all over the world the timing is different. Okay, when it is 4 o'clock, suppose it is 4 o'clock in India, so 4 o'clock in the afternoon in India, then it will be like morning 5:30 around in America. So there is lot of time difference. Now how this time difference is there? You all know earth is round, okay, and earth is continuously rotating and it has 24 hours. Okay, so if you are standing in one place, so the other place will be having different time because the earth is moving. Okay, so in the olden days only there was lot of confusion for the timing. Okay, so that is why what they did, in London there is a place called Greenwich. Okay, there is one observatory place, like space observatory place in London, that is in Greenwich. So that place was regarded as the zero longitude, as zero longitude. So from that place you can see, from that place if you go to the right you will be ahead of time, and if that from that place if you go to the left you will be going towards the like minus timing. Okay, it will be less. Okay, so this way the world was divided into 24 zones. The whole of earth, the world was divided into 24 zones. Okay, and it was divided into 15 degrees. Okay, suppose you are standing in this place, and from suppose from this place you move 15 degrees ahead. So suppose here it is 1 o'clock, if you move 15 degrees ahead it will be 2 o'clock. Okay, so that way you can see the times were you can see divided. As you go further the time will go on increasing by 1 hour, by 15 degrees. So that is Greenwich Meridian. So here you can see Brazil is 2, 3, 4 and 5 hours ahead, okay, of us. Then you can see it is 3 hours behind the Greenwich Meridian time. Okay, then apart from that you can see communication has developed a lot in Brazil. You can see telephones, landline phones, internet, mobiles, radio, television has developed a lot in Brazil. You can see internet facilities are very good. Nearly 45% of the Brazilian population are using internet facilities. So communication has become very very good. Then you can see some places where the population is less, the transportation is not good, there the network issues are there. Otherwise all of Brazil you can see has very good internet connection and the network connections and all that. Then Brazil is also trying to launch its own spacecraft with the help of their own rockets. Okay, so they are like developing in science also. Apart from Brazil, you know, India's communication is also very good. First we'll see India's standard time. If you see according to the Greenwich Meridian time, India is 5 hours 30 minutes ahead of the Greenwich Meridian time. Then you can see the technology and communication has developed a lot in India. You can see India is one of the highest users of mobile phones and internet services. You all know each and every family, the members are the members are less and the phones are more in the family. So smartphones, Android phones, you can see usage is lot in India. Nowadays you can see with the coming of online classes and online work from home and all, the internet uses have also increased. So a very good you can see use of communication in India, a very good network in India. Then you can see again you can see the India has successfully launched many spacecraft. Okay, recently also it had come in the news, India has successfully launched 10 spacecraft at a time. So a lot of development in science also. So communication is very good, transport is very good, tourist is very good. Okay, then you can see all this is very very important for the development of a country. So you can see India is a developing country, but still you can see it has made a very good you can see overall. Okay, this is the last chapter, so I want to explain this. If you compare India and Brazil, both are developing countries, but India is moving faster. You can see India is known as the country of young people. Okay, and there is, you can see lot of you can see changes have come. Okay, the population is getting educated, very good science, technology, in all the fields we are making a tremendous progress, you can see, compared to Brazil. Okay, so in this way, in this whole textbook of geography, whole textbook of geography also, how we have studied about Brazil and India. Throughout the textbook we saw the comparison between India and Brazil. So our country is a developing country. Okay, and it is fast developing. Okay, and one day it will be completely developed. Okay, so I think you all understood this chapter, transport, communication and tourism, this chapter. It's a very interesting chapter. I hope you all understood. Thank you.